Hello guys, soon it's season end, and yeah, what to say regarding the new patch, only that we as Death Knight are getting some nerfs, no buffs, and it's really ridiculous how many changes other classes did get, and Death Knight absolutely nothing positive. So it's kinda disappointing. I mean, there's literally nothing even to talk about. Maybe the tier sets, they are not so terrible, but regarding the class, like, it's that Knight seems like it's totally have been forgotten. All they did is nerf. They remove the stun for Frosted Knight from Remorseless Winter. The only thing that we are getting the AoE damage dealing Remorseless Winter, which is slowing you to hell. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna be useful, maybe not. But that it is bound to your Pillar of Frost to activate it, it's probably gonna be horrible, because that means anytime you cast Pillar of Frost you want to burst, you will be slowed to hell. Might be good in some specific situations or in Battleground, but it's very easily outplayable because many classes have just immunity to movement slows, so stupid kinda. They are removing the healing from necrotic wounds for Unholy, and blood is getting nerfed. They removed The Walking Dead, which was really useful for Battlegrounds to keep people from easily running away from you. And yeah, they nerfed Veteran of the Third War. You will have less stamina. Null magic is tiny bit even getting nerfed. Permafrost, that is giving you shield from auto attacks, which I honestly think it's already weak. They even nerfed that. And yeah, same goes for Frost and Unholy. The only thing that your Apocalypse will raise that now. Summon goes instantly, and the visuals have been updated. Wow, that's it. Now regarding tier sets, I think they are not so bad. We'll see how it's gonna be, but they really hit us in spots which are really important. Like, we will not have the Remorseless Winter Stun. They last time removed Asphyxiate. You have to choose between Asphyxiate or Silence for PvP, of course. I don't know, they're literally just hitting our core abilities that make us, to some degree at least, strong, while they're completely making reworks to other classes and everything, and that Knight basically always is kinda the same, just getting something removed. I don't know. I'm really displeased with Blizzard and all these stuff that they're doing, but okay. I mean, that Knight being too strong, too tanky. I don't know. I don't agree with that, especially against melee classes. We are struggling like hell. And BM with their 1,000 pets. I try to kill a Fury Warrior with a Death Knight, how much they can self-heal and sustain themselves. Whatever, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, it's gonna be like, just do damage. I mean, I totally agree that there is a lot of CC, and it's crazy annoying for healers. But if they are targeting that, they should target all classes. Just make all classes have 1 or 2 CC. Not like freaking druids spamming you like 3 cyclones and mages polymorphing you. But mostly the druid cyclone, it's crazy annoying. They can just spam it on you like and keep you CC'd for like more than 10 seconds. Hunters, pets, scattershot, silence, interrupt, all ranged. You know, it's I don't know. I mean, I don't want to brag, but basically anything that is fun is always getting nerfed to hell. I agree that classes should not be crazily strong, but there are classes that literally still can one-shot you. Like, Elemental Shaman damage is still crazy. Hammer of Light, Paladins, okay, I mean, it hits hard. And a lot of, like, look at this damage I'm getting. That's elemental. If I don't use any defensive, I'm literally getting one-shotted. I used AMS and Icebound at the last second, basically, to live. So you really have to pay attention to use defensive, otherwise you're getting wrecked. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Honestly, this season is already getting too dragged out and it's boring. I am as Blood Decay in the top or Blitz Battleground. I'm not gonna try to get first place or anything. Maybe I get Gladiator. At the moment I have enough rating for that. We'll see. I don't know if I should risk to push it further. I probably can because I am getting some games that are even 3.4k MMR and I had so much MMR, so right now I am where I am. If I get Gladiator I get it, if I don't then don't. I'm not gonna really concern myself about such things. First of all because my internet is not really great, and secondly because I'm absolutely satisfied getting 2.4k each season. That's always what I did. And then when I push myself a bit further with Raider Battleground or whatsoever, then people are surprised, like, you don't have experience. I do. I just don't push myself. I play WoW since Burning Crusade, so if that's not enough experience, then I don't know. I blind this guy and he's gonna trinket silence and he's dead. So yeah, I'm not really bragging about the whole thing now, who's strong, who's weak, but I don't know, like they always remove something, they implement something, they make it strong, and then you know, like you're like, wow, this ability is great, and then they just nerf it, like to the ground, basically, to make it absolutely useless. They never nerf something to keep it still viable. Like, just look at the, let's say, they implemented those zombies for Unholy that walk towards you and then they explode. It was strong, they nerfed it to the ground. Nobody uses it anymore. What's the point of thinking out something new, implement it, and then nerf it to the ground? Why? Why couldn't you balance it so that it's still useful in PvP, let's say? Now I'm talking regarding that one ability, but there are many abilities for each class, I'm sure. For that Knight, I personally, even Spell Warden, why did they remove it? So first they nerfed Death Strike because they didn't know that Spell Warden is the buggy ability. Then they removed Spell Warden, so they hit our survivability like crazy hard back then. Like Death Strike, I don't know, but in PvP, Death Strike for me, besides blood, it's absolutely trash bag. We don't have survivability. There's no reward for using Death Strike, you barely heal yourself. If dampening starts to hit, of course, you will heal for nothing, literally. I mean, Frost Decay and Unholy does get a bit more tanky if you play the Horseman build, but if you don't have so much survivability. Same with the Sand Lane Unholy, nobody plays it, especially in PvP. Why are they not buffing it or something? Make it viable. Everybody plays Horseman build because, yeah, we get the Death Charger or the horse, so that we can move around. It's better than Death's Advance, and we get some survivability from the horsemans. So yeah, they always go in the wrong direction with many things. Let's say the Deathstrike nerf for Blood Decay. They didn't even think about Deathbringer. Let's just nerf Deathstrike by 35%. They nerfed for both Deathbringer and Sandlane. And Sandlane has this ability that stacks up to increase Deathstrike damage, what they buffed by mistake and made Deathstrike so strong. So rather than nerfing that for PvP, nope, we nerf Deathstrike fully. Demolish the class. And I know many people are mad about it. And I'm not just talking about Death Knight. There is a lot of time some class is getting strong and they just over nerf it, like crazily nerf it, that later people do not play it. And people put a lot of effort and time to level up that character, to gear it, and then they just demolish it that nobody wants to play it anymore. And of course, many people will not be happy with the game anymore.
Beneath the ice and snow, a legend awakens. I am Arthas, the Lich King ruler of the damned master of Frostmourne.